What's up, everybody? I'm back, and today I have a review for you guys. Today, The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves. This movie was surprisingly really good, and does really down to earth, and does an amazing movie in general. And today, in my non-spoiler review, I will be doing a spoiler review um before the end of the month. I did want everybody to see the movie opening weekend, experience what this movie had to offer, because the movie is just mind blowing. So before I start the video, please, if you like the video, smash the like button. And also, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, because I will be uploading some amazing content for you guys soon, and for my web type. And also, please, also, if you can, please, also, also, if you can, please, um, you know, you know, share this video with all your friends. And also, I did want to give, a big shout out to this YouTube channel that I'm using, the backdrop of this video, that archives. This is amazing. I just want to give a shout out to them, because I'm using this as as the backdrop for this video, and so let it on with the Batman. So the Batman. This movie was just really good. And Matt Reeves as the director, I knew they were gonna blow it out of the water, because he did that with Planet of the Apes, and he did that with some other movies as well, and this was no less. But this movie, I was really surprised what he done with this movie, because by the trailers they really didn't reveal too much. But with the movie itself, it's really very different. It's dark, and also it's very violent. Like, this movie had so much different aspect to it that it felt like it was a horror movie. It felt like they were using horror elements for this movie, and there was a lot of elements where also they were using like some amazing visual effects that that was just really amazing. And Robert Pattinson as Batman was just phenomenal. Like, he really did it well. Like, I had doubt about him doing the movie, but he did really well in this movie. And and hopefully they can do a sequel, and they greenlit for a sequel to the movie and stuff. But like every person in the movie did a phenomenal job. Like Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman did an amazing job as Catwoman. Like, she brought so many new elements to the table, and her character development was really just all around amazing. Just like beautifully done, and that really brought the table with Robert Pattinson that really well. And also every part of the movie did a phenomenal job, and really hit it out of the water. And the visual effects were just beautiful, just like they were in your face the whole time. Like, this movie was was just really vibrant. And also the music really played a humongous part with a movie that being 2 hours and 56 minutes. And the music really made you feel like you're experiencing everything with the characters. And and also, I have to say, this movie used more time to develop character structure and story structure than any other Batman movie we've seen. did focus more on Batman being the detective, and it really worked perfectly. This movie flowed very well. There wasn't any boring part in the middle. There was some wacky part in the middle, but I can't really go in depth about that until I do my full review. But it was wacky in the middle and stuff, but like after that, the movie started picking up again, and this movie just flowed very well, and I really didn't feel like this movie was 3 hours because I would enjoy the movie so much. I really didn't want it to end. There was so much happening all at once that you couldn't really there wasn't really time to really decompress what was really happening sometimes. But if you pay attention, there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening with this movie, and during the first half of the movie, a lot is thrown at you within the first 20 minutes of this movie, and and that's beautifully done. Like that right there is what made this movie shine. Is that that everything in this movie is connected, and everything you're seeing played a bigger part within the movie, and also that element was really good to see, and also I really want to talk a little bit about the villain who was played by Paul Dano, the Riddler. I can't say too much about his character because there's a lot to talk about. But his character in the movie was just creepy, and it felt like it was a mix of Shaw and a mix of different stuff. His character was very disturbing, and his motives were really really disturbing. It just they felt haunting in a way, and the way he's present whenever he's on screen, you just feel that that tension between his character and Batman, and that's where the horror element comes in when he comes in, and like this movie really not meant for kids. It had so many dark elements to it, and so many stuff that that made this movie a hard PG-13 to the point where like I really totally don't know how people opinions are gonna be about the movie. Like right now, the opinion of the movie, everybody loving it, but there's a lot of different opinions. That people think the movie is boring, it's too dark, and stuff. But like in my opinion, Batman is dark, and in the comics you really see his dark path. And in this movie, we're dealing with Bruce Wayne post-traumatic stress of dealing with his parent death, and him figuring out himself as Batman, and him still trying to find his niche as Bruce Wayne. So those personalities really made this movie more darker, and also the element of him lurking in the shadows is what really elevated the movie to a brand new level, and stuff. Like I have to compare the movie to Gotham from Fox, and I have to compare it to the Batman Long Halloween, because though like there was a lot of things that really that probably took inspiration from those two things, but more on the aspect of Batman the Long Halloween, because it did take place on Halloween and stuff. So like it was really handled correctly with that and so like it really handled it so good. And also I highly recommend everybody to see the movie in the British Impossible, because the movie it does like this movie is non-stop non-stop acting for the whole movie. There's a lot of acting in it, and there's a lot of storyline to it. So and also the best way possible to see this movie is IMAX, because IMAX, you have that big screen, and also the movie is meant for IMAX because all the things that all the visual effects, and the visual effects are just beautifully done, hands down, beautifully done to the point where I really feel like it doesn't win awards for something. It definitely doesn't win awards. Hands down, the movie definitely didn't win award. So I want to talk about some of my negatives with the movie. So I just wish that we would have done more of Alfred and Bruce Wayne a little bit more, because I really felt like Alfred wasn't really in the movie that much, and he felt like he was a really interesting character, but there wasn't really any room to really show any of his character's role or something like that. Just with that, we will have explained more about his character a little bit more, and also I also felt like the ending, no spoilers, the ending felt a little bit like a little bit a little bit too long, and also it just ended very weirdly in my opinion, but that's just my opinion and stuff. But like in the end of the day, Matt Reeves really hands down did an amazing job with the movie. The movie worked just beautifully done with everything that that he did with the movie. Just worked as a whole, and worked beautifully done, and and Robert Pattinson surprised a lot of people with what he did with this movie, and and how he protected himself. And throughout the end of the day, let me know in the comments below if you guys thought this movie. What did you guys thought about it? And no spoilers in the comments. This is a non-spoiler review of the Batman. And hope everybody have a wonderful day. I'm out. Peace. And also, before I leave, I will be doing a spoiler review of the Batman before the end of the month, and I will be doing the reviews on my website and Twitter and Instagram. So definitely look out for those in pretty soon. And also, please don't see the movie, because the movie is amazing. I give this movie 5 stars. Let me know in the comments below if you died excited for the movie, and if you died toward it. Let me know in the comments below. Hope everybody have a wonderful day. I'm out. Peace.